Yeah.
Yeah.
Put these on.
So here we are, live, just doing a pod. What's your favorite thing to podcast about?
That's a good question. Favorite thing to podcast about? I mean, I can talk about anything, whatever you want.
Let's talk about the bogans.
The bogans.
What's a bogan?
So a bogan, in pronouncing your term, is pretty much a redneck for Australia. Um, we bogans are about as regular as rednecks are. They live out in the country. They say the word cunt more than most Australians usually do. And
So you can tell the level of
100%.
boganosity by the cunts per minute.
100%. You can
What's your CPM at right now?
cunts per minute. I get around at least 1 to 2 cunts per minute. I say the word, but I don't overuse it. It just gets excessive after a few times. What'd you say, sorry?
It loses its muster.
Yeah. We say the word at home, but yeah, it's just like something that bogans usually use a bit more than regular Australians. But like how do I put it? Bogans use it more often than not.
Yeah, they're just more in tune with
Yeah,
the word.
they're
It's
out
like
there.
your N word.
We don't say that word usually. In general, we don't say that word.
Of course not.
But
When you're having fun or when you want to relax,
yeah, it comes out. But
want to tell a story accurately.
cunt is usually used way more out there than most words.
Right.
Like
It's like in American English.
yeah. So like the same way you guys use the word
Bloody.
bloody.
The English use the word bloody.
Yeah. Like the same way you guys use shit, fuck, like we say that word. We say cunt as a word of endearment.
Are you ever using it in like a adverb or a verb? Like this cunting motherfucker
No, not
cunted me over cuntily.
no.
Cuntily? That's
Huntily? No, not necessarily. We use it more as a word, as a term of endearment. Like this guy's a sick cunt. This guy.
Oh, you should see the cunt on this guy.
Yeah, there we. Sort of.
No, sorry, I fucked it up.
You should meet this cunt. This guy's a nice guy. You never usually like for example, if you meet someone and they're like, "Oh, this guy's a cunt. This guy's a piece of shit."
Yeah.
You don't usually call them a cunt. You call them like just a piece of shit. But if you meet a guy and he's a cool guy, he's a cool person, you go, "Oh, this guy's a sick cunt.
Yeah.
You should meet him. I reckon you'll like him."
Is it like a knighting ceremony? You get cunted into the family?
Pretty much. You get put into one, and if you get referred to as a sick cunt,
This guy's a warm cunt.
this guy's
got extra flaps on him, eh?
That's exactly right. This guy's a sick cunt. This guy.
Is A a thing? You guys say A?
We say A a lot.
So that's the thing you share with Canadians, eh?
Yeah, actually, I never thought about that like that. But we say like A at the end of a lot of sentences.
I love it.
Again, like this cunt's a sick cunt, eh? And
I didn't even notice you say that.
yeah, and it's it just rolls off the tongue, and it's not weird in our language.
Cunt?
Cunt.
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 You let the cunt, like, let the T not be as
I'm holding it
prominent.
in.
You gotta, like, cunt.
Cunt.
Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better.
Cunt.
Yeah, that's good.
Oi there.
Oi there, you sick cunt.
What are you cunt
Yeah, there we go.
doing over there?
That's good. You turn a bit Canadian at the end, but
A cunt a day keeps the cunts away.
that's exactly right. And there is cunts in Australia where, like, not cool cunts.
Yeah.
When in
It's a
Australia,
rancid cunt.
yeah, that's a great example.
It's a good adjective.
Adjective. I'm not the biggest English proverb in Australia. I don't know if they have this in America, but we have this thing called English studies, which is
Yes.
basically the retard version of English.
Yeah.
Studying English.
So they teach you English.
We have English class in Australia,
Yeah.
but then there's English. So there's English level A, and then there's English level B, which is where most people do English. And then
Yeah.
there's English level C, and they're like the people who don't want to get their certificates, their high school certificates,
And
and
crayon.
yeah, and they want to go on and do a trade, pretty much. And a trade is considered basically like building, doing electrician,
Working with your hands.
working with your hands to a certain extent.
Being a blue collar worker.
Yeah, so like being a plumber as well, for example.
So I met you at the Creek in the Cave.
Yeah.
You're a comedy fan? Have you ever done comedy? Are you a comedian?
I've never done comedy. I've
Do you know
always,
Shane Gillis?
I know Shane Gillis. Shane
Oh,
Gillis
okay.
is pretty big in Australia at the moment. He's one
He's
of the
big everywhere.
we have there's a certain amount of comedians that can perform at this theater that we have down in Australia, especially in Sydney.
Yeah, the Opera House.
The no,
Oh,
the
okay.
ICC theater. So that's the biggest.
International
Yeah,
sound.
I don't know what it actually stands for. That's a
So Shane did that, and he
Shane.
met you there, and he brought you out here or something?
So I watched Shane there. I met Shane here in Austin, and Shane, fuck,
Because I saw you come in with Shane and his crew. I was like, oh, this is one of the boys. I should be nice to him.
yeah, he I met him at the mothership for the first time yesterday, no, 2 days ago, and one of the nicest, genuine people I've ever met.
I thought you said that was me.
No, you are one of the nicest, genuine people I've ever met.
I'm one of two.
You're one or two, one of maybe three or four, but
Oh shit! It keeps growing larger by the
yeah.
minute.
We one of my biggest things is when I meet people, you know, what if they're cunts? What if they're not nice people? And I
It
met
ruins the
it ruins
viewing.
exactly. I've met celebrities before where they're not the nicest people when
Like
you
Nicole Kidman
Nicole. I've never actually met
and
Nicole, but
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger's dead. He
Yeah, well, you're 18. You could
yeah,
have met him when you were 12.
I could have met him when I was 12. He did a
Was that when he died?
He died. When did Dark Knight Rises? When did Dark Knight release?
2014.
2014.
When did The Dark Knight rise?
So when when the Dark Knight released, I was if that was 2014, I was 12.
Night rises. 2012.
What about just the Dark Knight?
Dark Knight.
Yeah,
The Dark
because that was a
Knight
different movie.
rises. The Dark Knight is 2008.
2008, I was the age of 6 years old.
You're a
So
tiny little baby.
I was a tiny little baby. I might have met him once when he was a psychopath, but
Well, he did the second one, right?
no, he only did the second one.
When did Heath Ledger death date? That'd be good to know. Be like, hey, I can tell you when you're gonna die.
Yeah,
2008. So you could have
2008.
met him when you were. Wait, he did the first one.
No, he didn't do the first one. He
He
only
did
did the second
The
one.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That's the second one. What's
Yeah.
the first one called?
Last Night is
Batman Begins.
Batman Begins. That's a good movie. That's just when
Yeah,
fucking
but you know not to hang out with bats now, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
no.
they give you COVID.
yeah,
This guy's hanging out with bats.
all
It's
that
kind of
gay,
weird.
all that gay shit. Fuck.
That's sus, bro.
Yeah, I
Where
mean,
were you? Were you in Wuhan? Where's this bat cave?
when COVID came along, I remember the day I first heard of COVID.
Yeah,
So
when it dropped.
yeah, when it dropped. So in Australia, we have this thing called Australia Day, which is I guess,
4th of July.
4th of July. And
Is that the day you
the day
coughed
Kobe
on the first abo?
the day Kobe died is where we first heard about the COVID.
Yeah.
So we heard about COVID, and it was called the coronavirus.
Yeah, of course.
We have this thing
You guys are right by Asia too. So you
right
guys
right next to it. So we also have this drink called Corona. You know the
It's the
drink.
Mexican beer.
Yes, the
We have
Mexican
it
beer.
too.
We drink it a lot in Australia, and I was like, oh, so it's a. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh, is it a drink that is it a disease that you catch from drinking Corona beers?
Yeah, it was
I was like,
bad branding on their
yeah,
part.
it was terrible branding, and we heard about it, and in my mind at the time, I was kind of like, this was late January. I was sort of like, oh, it's fine. It's not gonna hurt anyone. It's just another cold. It's nothing gonna
Nothing to sneeze at.
yeah, nothing to really exaggerate about. And 4 years
Little did
later,
you know,
yeah,
it
little
was going to be the biggest thing to exaggerate.
yeah, and biggest waste of time possibly in history. Who knows? Like
Do you
when
think so?
I Australia really over exaggerated about the disease.
But what's the downside?
The
You
di-
didn't get to
we
go
didn't
out.
we didn't get to go out. We were stuck at home. If
I
we,
mean, isn't that worth the price of species
I
survival?
I guess, but when you look at the when you look at like when they say the disease, if you get the COVID vaccine, you
Yeah.
know, you'll be immunity forever. And then
Yeah.
you get the vaccine, you're like, yeah, yeah, we're immunity forever. And
They
then you
hoodwinked you
and you still get the disease. You get
and
the
made you
disease again,
mad.
get the disease again, and you're kind of like,
I've had it
what?
7 times so
You,
far.
you've had it 7 times? Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't had it nearly as much as that, and
I'm just
that's
kidding.
yeah. I've had it around 4 times. I've got mates that got the vaccine and they still got it 4 plus times, and it's
I
just
mean, don't you think it helps you not die from it?
yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree that it's got given you antibodies, and then at the same time,
They keep updating it. It's like
yeah,
your iPhone.
exactly.
They update the
I
terms and services.
yeah, I don't it's hard.
You didn't like it.
I didn't like it. Yeah, I'm not antisocial, so
You said
don't
you're autistic.
I'm a little bit autistic, yeah. I don't like staying at home. I like being with mates. And but being at home when it came to
You like,
COVID,
yeah.
it was nice, but you miss your friends and only playing Xbox does a certain amount of
Yeah, madness sets in and
yeah.
you're just sick of your family. You want to murder
Oh,
them.
bro. I
You
got
want to see something crazy? I bought an AR-15
you
recently.
bought an AR for 15. We don't have those in Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because of that one Port Arthur?
Port Arthur, that's it.
Oh
Yeah. I'm
my
surprised you know
goodness.
that.
Yeah,
So,
everyone knows that in
yeah,
America.
Port Arthur. You
You guys
know,
just slowly started chipping away at your freedoms.
one mass shooting took away all our
We've had
guns.
17 this year, and it's only February.
It's only February. That's
Actually, we haven't had a mass shooting in a while. I think
really
we should be proud of ourselves for that.
that's pretty extraordinary. I'm quite proud of you guys. When was the last mass shooting you guys have had?
Uh,
Especially in the school, they're the most important ones.
Mass shooting. I don't know, man. I remember there was one at a mall, and a Korean family got right
Really,
away. There was one
really.
orphan. She got shot, but
I
she's
mean,
still alive, unlike her family.
if she was an orphan, then
It hurt because
who?
it was a Korean family. They're like human beings, like me.
I mean, you're a cool Korean, but if they're
Mm.
orphans,
Yeah. You know who else died that was Korean? The spa shooters, the guy that went to all the brothels in Atlanta and shot up all the prostitutes.
really, is that a real
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, that happened.
Did someone go
He's
around
like an
shooting?
incel. He's like, nobody should have sex. This is immoral.
Wow.
Immoral.
Did you hear about the guy from New Zealand?
Yeah, Christchurch.
Yeah,
He put up the
Christchurch.
numbers.
So
He live streamed it
in
too.
a Muslim country, in a Muslim
Mosque.
mosque, that's it. And that was live streamed, and we watched it as freaking.
Why? Why did you watch
It
it?
was there, so
He
we
killed so many
he
people.
killed a lot, and then he
Did you see them die?
I saw a lot of people die. It was not nice to watch, but it's one of those things where like you can't really. not look.
Yeah, if it's just a link.
Exactly, and you click on a
How did
link,
you get the link?
it gets sent around.
Because you guys are so close to it. New Zealand is pretty much like your Canada.
Pretty much, that's exactly right. New Zealand is our Canada, and we again, and US likes Canada to a certain extent, and we like New Zealand to like hands distance.
Yeah,
Like we
you guys
don't.
have different accents. It sounds completely different.
Yeah, when
I
we
can't
we,
even tell.
we like
I
them,
mean, I
but
can tell.
you can't tell.
I
Yeah,
can't tell.
you can't tell.
No.
Oh, we can tell. If you like, how do I can't.
I think Australian is more like and New Zealand's like, what is hi there?
New Zealand is you can kind of hear it. We have this thing in our sport called rugby league. If you hear them,
Okay.
we have a lot of New Zealanders and a lot of Australians.
Hey, you wanna come over? Okay, see you soon. Let me know when you're here. Bye. Bye.
Who was that?
Juanita.
Oh yeah, nice. So yeah, we have New Zealanders and we have Australians in the sport of rugby league and rugby union.
Yeah.
And if you hear them two talk at the same time, you can definitely tell the difference. But
Flight of the Concords.
yeah, it's like only if you hear them next to each other. But
I heard you can tell by the way they say ois.
always,
Ois.
always,
Ois. Ois. You got any
always.
ois?
Yeah, right. No, we always.
Ois.
What's always?
Ice.
Aussies?
Ice, like frozen water.
Oh, ice.
Ois.
We say ice.
Ois.
I don't know if they say I. Always.
Ois.
Always.
Yeah, ois.
Yeah,
What do you think about Lord of the Rings?
I've never watched it before. It's
But
just
you
been,
know it's shot
I
in
know
New
I know
Zealand.
New Zealand. Yeah, it's been
Hey, why?
I know they fuck the sheep over there, but that's about it. It's
I mean, that's basically a fleshlight.
for one sheep you dream of over there to get yourself to sleep is one sheep you actually
Well,
fuck.
they actually shut down very harsh for COVID.
Yeah, they were just as bad as us, but it in reality it was just because they were just such a small island. They were like as soon as one COVID how would you
One case,
one as soon as one COVID case came into Australia, the whole country shut down. Only took one. And that's same with
yeah.
Australia. Only took one to shut down the whole country.
Isn't it better to do that than to wait and then shut down halfway and then just have it
I guess.
percolate?
Yeah. When it came to shutting down, it a lot of repercussions came along with the fucking
With a shutdown?
yeah. I don't know. I guess being young and wanting to go out, it kind of it changes my opinion in a certain extent. I am my past opinion. I was kind of like, oh, this is bullshit, yada yada yada. But at the same time, what else are they supposed to do? They're supposed to just tag along and just hope for the best. They can't really do that as a country. I know
Yeah.
Texas kind of just kept everything open,
Mm-hmm.
and they seem to do all right. But who knows if they even did it?
I mean,
They
the
did it.
scenes in the hospital were pretty horrific in El
Yeah,
Paso.
yeah, really.
Yeah, like people dying,
Yeah,
ventilators, and people just wheezing to death, and you
mm,
can't do anything but watch them die as lungs
yeah.
fill with liquid.
It's a touchy subject, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't know which side I want to really completely be on. I got both vaccines mainly just because I wanted to go out and drink with my buddies because it got
Yeah,
to a certain extent where if you didn't have your vaccine, you weren't allowed to go out. You weren't allowed to leave the
yeah.
house. I had a manager back at home who wasn't allowed to work certain days because of the vaccine. So,
So he refused to get it, and now it's fine. You just had to wait out
but yeah,
maybe 6 months,
yeah.
and then it's all over. There is no vaccine passport anymore.
No, there's no vaccine.
Nobody asks you for your COVID
No,
test
no.
results.
That's been
I
a
actually went to a music festival, and they were like, "Hey, we need a recent COVID test." I was like,
really.
"Well, I have one from 3 months ago."
How long ago was that?
This is like right after it was happening.
Yeah, right.
And then I was like, here's this from 6 months ago or whatever. He's like, oh, it's positive. Like, that's
Mm.
probably not good.
Yeah.
You want a negative.
Yeah, you want a negative.
You can't just get a test result. It has to be negative.
Yeah, that's not a thing anymore, at least in Australia. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
neither is it. I mean, obviously,
it's
we're
good.
much more advanced than you in that way. We are,
You guys are far ahead in a lot of things.
yeah.
In
Negative.
in sport especially, I think so. You guys are pretty far ahead.
I mean, Australia is the only country where the most popular sport is Australian football.
True. We have our AFL over there, which is our American Football League. I think that's what the acronym is.
Uh-huh.
Where cunts just jump in the air and catch the ball and kick the ball as far as they can. And that's where you get your NFL punters from nowadays.
All those cunts just cunting,
Yeah,
punting
you
the
watch,
cunt.
you know about the NFL,
Yeah, the National Football
the
League.
National Football League. We have the punters over there. We have
Yeah.
Mitch Wojciechowski, I think his name is.
So do they punt the ball when it's like their fourth and whatever, and they
Fourth,
just want to get out of there?
fourth and whatever.
Or are the punters the one that do the field goals?
The punter's the one that does they kick
They
it
do
on
all of
fourth.
it?
They kick it on fourth and whatever. We
Okay.
can't kick field goals, but we can kick
They can punt.
we can punt. We
They
can kick
can
the ball
punt
far.
like a cunt.
We can punt like a cunt. That's it.
That's the right cunt punt right there.
Cunt. Cunt punt is a good term for when you don't like a woman and you want to kick him right in the cunt.
Oh yeah, that seems very literal.
We don't
Put it
actually
on
do
the
it, but
nose.
if
I'd like to punt her right in the cunt.
yeah, that's exactly right.
I've never wanted to do that.
There's been times where you get a bit upset, and
I feel like the girls that you would do that to would be the best at taking that. They'd
I
like,
think so too. But supposedly, apparently, getting kicked in the cunt is as bad as getting kicked in the balls, which I think is
no,
completely
man.
bullshit.
I've seen them react to getting
Yeah,
kicked in the cunt.
fine.
It's bad, but it's not that. And you don't want to get kicked in the cunt more than like the thigh, or I don't know.
No,
Depend, because people do nasty leg kicks.
when people get like a soccer ball to the nuts, it's way
Mhm.
worse than it is getting a soccer ball.
It's like the difference between childbirth and a kidney stone.
Uh, I think kidney stone's worse. I think now with all the advanced technology, it's sort of just I think they're overreacting a little bit.
The cunts.
The cunts, the I'm not the women, the cunts that are that giving birth.
Yeah.
They're not it's like it's hard, but now they can get the steroid not the steroids the injections to kind of numb the pain. They
Yeah.
should stop complaining about that shit. If we got a numbing pain for every time we got hit in the balls, every man and their dog would take that
Yeah,
shot.
you're doing steroids of pain.
Exactly. It's it's not a great feeling, is it?
No, it's not. I um I actually fought a guy and his strategy was to kick me in the nuts.
Really?
Yeah, and I had baggy pants,
Yeah.
so it was kind of sagging, so I caught a lot
Oh,
of them in the sag of the time because that's how you used to dress back in the early
yeah.
2000s.
It's a big guy.
Yeah, but it protected me, protected my balls.
Oh,
But
that's good.
the thing is, like, he caught the tip of my
Uh,
balls, so my balls were like felt a little weird.
we have this technique in Australia called the squirrel grip. It's where you grab someone's balls and you twist it.
Oh.
That's a deadly strategy if you're really in some trouble. Um, Usually we use that in our sport, rugby league.
Oh
If you get in a
no.
bit of a scrum and you get in a bit of a tackle, and you're
You
not in
feel
the
the vision is blocked.
exactly, and you just you go up and grab and you fucking
Oh,
twist.
why
Some
do you
people,
do that?
I don't do it, but some
It
people.
seems like a tradition of cruelty.
It's a dog. It's in Australian court a dog act. It's not a cool thing to do, but people still do it. It's kind of like It's kind of like doing a helmet to
I
helmet.
feel like because there's like a forbidden thing, like this is what you do if you're
Yeah.
going crazy, and then
Yeah.
everyone who feels a little bit crazier than normal is like, okay, now I get to do this now.
No one intentionally does it unless they're very bad people.
It's it's probably like not good for like
No,
the bloke you're doing it to.
no, you must hate them unless to do
Yeah.
it.
You're gonna send him to the doctor. He's gonna wear the gown. The doctor's gonna come in. I'm sorry, sir. There's no more
There's no more
babies coming
babies
out of your
available.
cunts.
If you do that to someone, I think you're a cruel human being.
It's unnecessary.
It's very unnecessary, especially when you're already running into each other head on head.
Yeah.
Um, some people just do that because they're assholes and they like to feel pain. And if you fucking with
We're
this,
giving them this avenue. We're like, hey, there's this thing. Don't do it.
yeah,
But if it didn't exist, they'd just be like stewing, and they
mm,
wouldn't be able to express their disgusting parts. But since it's already started, it's hard to put the cat in the bag.
100%. And also the fact is that you can't to a certain extent if like we don't wear cups like people in football do.
Yeah.
Like we don't wear the cups, we don't wear any protection down there. It's just really short shorts and they're very vulnerable. It's fucking easy to just go up and grab them and twist them if you really want to do it. Most people don't do it, but
If you had a ball, two balls in your hand, how bad do you think you can get to the point where it just like pops and squeezes out?
you could easily grab them, twist them, and break them. Just if they're
Really?
there
With your hand?
with your hand.
I don't think I could do that. I think that takes technique.
It's like,
Ooh.
yeah, that's exactly what you need. You just need
You just
grab,
castrate them.
twist. So grab,
Have you done this
twist.
before?
I've not done it, but I've had it done to me to a certain extent. People
We're
fucking.
not talking about your uncle.
My uncle did not molest me when I was younger.
But someone
Thankfully,
else did.
no.
Your golden child.
No one has molested me, which is
That's all that a parent needs to do. That means your parents did their job.
they're doing a great job. And I don't
Here, Juanita's here. Do you
you're
want
right.
to entertain the people?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, we're coming.
Hans is going to let Anita in, I think. I'm terrible with names, by the way, and this is the first time I've ever done a podcast. Hello, how are you? You know, anyone could be watching this right now, even from Australia, and who knows if someone from Australia right now from home is watching. Hello, everyone. The only person I've told that I'm doing this right now is my girlfriend. And even she probably doesn't even know the technology on how to get onto this podcast right now. So this is fun. This is the first time and having a great time. I don't know if I'm good at this or not, but I'm having a good old time. I'm not checking my phone until after because this is a this could be a very scary repercussion happening onto me, but who knows? Um Hans is a cool guy. Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
I don't know anymore. What should I go this way or that way?
Either one.
Wow.
Here, I'll go this way. What's the next thing called Australian?
Australian, yeah. Believe it or not.
This is Quinn.
Hi, how are you?
Quinn?
Yeah, Quinn.
Anita?
Juanita.
Anita?
Juanita.
Juanita, that's right. A terrible name, so if I forget your name, what are you gonna do?
You're from like a kind of a throwaway country. So.
Yeah, well, we're you know,
What are you, a country for ants?
we're a cool country. We're actually the only country that's fought with you guys in every war. So
What choice did you have? You were
no choice at all. If we didn't fight with you, we'd probably be killed by China by now.
a prison country that said, "Hey, we'll go with whoever's winning." Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And
Like it's like the kind of situation where they light like 2 cigarettes at a time.
I know, I'm about to like light one. Are you visiting Austin? Or are you leaving here?
I'm visiting Austin. I'm leaving on the 6th of February.
February.
I'm coming back on the 15th of February afterwards.
Okay, so you're going home for like 4 days.
I'm going to Vegas for a week.
Vegas. Okay, so you're not leaving the States.
Not leaving the States, but I'm leaving.
Wait. What dates are you gonna be in Vegas?
What takes me to Vegas? The Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl, because you give
Spent
such a
a lot
fuck
of-
about the
I love-
American football.
I love the
He's an American weeaboo.
American football is somewhat big in Australia.
You know how there's like
That's really-
Japanese dudes that are into, or white dudes that are into Japanese shit? What are you looking for, Juanita? It's down underneath the table.
Oh shit.
But down
The-
under.
Can you put the?
It's down under. It's down under for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, down under we take days off.
You like Taylor Swift?
No, fuck that bitch. We don't like Taylor Swift.
What's your favorite part about American football?
Originally the big hits that you guys put on, but now the sport in general.
What's Australia like? I have hooked up with a guy from
You
Australia.
hooked up with the guys from
I
Australia?
hated
Get
it.
to know a country.
Damn it! Really?
He said, "Come over for a nightcap,"
Whoa.
You know when I
Using an old
and I did.
terminology.
And I was like, "It's fine." And then I didn't talk to him after. And then 2 weeks later,
There wasn't enough color when I heard.
he was just annoying.
that's a shame. When
And dirty
Bigger.
talk with an Australian accent isn't it?
it's rough. It's rough.
There's no way to make that accent sexy.
No, we got a good accent.
No, you don't.
Sounds a little jovial. It sounds like
Yeah.
There's no way to make an Australian accent sexy.
No,
There's just not.
we 100% do have a good accent. We have a sexy accent.
No, you don't.
1000%.
No, you don't. Hi, do you want me to lick you from down on? No, I hate that.
We don't. I
It sounds like a question.
is it good?
Everything you say all the time sounds like a question. You want me to lick you from down under? It sounds like a question all the time.
Is that a Lana Del Rey song?
With your chest.
Quinn, I'm not gonna lie. I want to suck his dick like right now. Like
But like,
It's not a contest.
you,
that's
I hate the Australian
The
accent.
thing is that
Look at that one experience though.
The one experience is enough for me to like, be like, you want me to lick you from down under? No,
I got a mate that's coming.
he
to-
actually said
a
that.
mare. Did you say a mare?
I didn't.
Is she a redhead?
A mate.
I got a mate that's coming from
A mate?
Australia, right? I'm gonna meet him in Vegas.
that's gay.
When are you gonna meet him in Vegas? What's the dates
There from the 6th to the 13th
of?
of February.
Oh, wow.
For the Super Bowl. For the
I'll be in Vegas for March.
March. Oh, I'm not there.
What are you doing in Vegas?
I'm doing some shows there. I'm just like
Wait,
comedy shows.
You're gonna do like the scene there. You're gonna do all the shows.
I'm gonna
and-
do all of it.
do you know a lot of people there?
Yeah, I've kissed some people in the cheeks for some spots. Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Damn,
That's all it's.
A cute little swift kiss on the cheek.
It's
I
not
need to
easy.
start kissing.
I know.
Yeah.
Get out there.
That's all you have to do. You just say, "Hey,
Just
I'm
kidding.
gonna be in the city."
I already sucked
the
Tony's cock.
Do Koreans?
well, you
do
don't have to
Koreans
do all
the
that.
kissing thing.
There's a pussy on the table right
Kissing
now.
thing? Everyone does the kissing.
That's
Such
You know what's
great
funny?
skin.
that's how
Thank you.
There's
Yeah.
nothing to be on it to earn it. That's crazy.
You know, in Korea we call kissing kissing. We don't say 뽀뽀. 뽀뽀 is for babies and kids. So we use the word kissing. Kiss.
Kiss.
Kiss했어? Did you kiss? It's like kissing. We don't have a word for it on our own. We took the American English word.
Yeah, right.
Isn't that weird? And sex, we say sex.
Sex.
We don't have a word for sex. 'cause
You're
we just
making
don't talk
up
about
words
it.
right now.
Sex?
I like that.
Yeah.
I have a linguistics degree.
Like
This is
pop-
interesting.
What's your cat's name?
Dinner.
Millie. Oh, Juanita.
Millie?
I'm stupid.
You're the first one to make that one
What's your cat's
today
name?
on this podcast. Millie.
Millie.
This is Brian Simpson's cat.
Oh, it's a cute cat.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Would you rather have worms for nipples
Okay.
or slugs for toes?
Slugs for toes, worms for nipples. Slugs for
Don't
toes.
touch that cat. Leave that cat the fuck alone, Hans. Hey, Hans. Leave that. Hey, Hans. Leave the cat alone.
Aw.
Is
You
your,
just can't have him touching the
is your
electronics.
mobility affected by the worms or toes?
It's not your mobility.
Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
can you walk as well as you can?
You're fine. It's just there's just fucking worms for
That
it.
is fucking
Or
right.
slugs.
So, slugs.
Slugs.
So can you walk normally with the slugs for toes? Because
Go to Gold's Gym.
I have been there. Yes,
Which Gold's do you go to?
I went to the one in Austin today, downtown Austin.
Downtown Austin. And you bought that hat.
I thought it was a cool hat.
You said I need these bitches to know.
Sorry,
You said I need these bitches to know.
I
I'm
just
good
enjoyed the hat.
bitches.
I can take it.
I have a question. How easy is pussy with this like Australian accent? in the
I
United
hate the
States?
Australian
You
accent.
hate it.
I don't like an English. I hate English.
I
people.
hate Australian
I-
accent.
you know
and I
what?
fucked a man with it.
Hey,
I
your opinion is valid, but the first night I was here, it was very easy. And
Yeah, I would imagine.
I didn't because I have a girlfriend back at home, but if I wanted to, I definitely.
Oh my god.
But
But she has an Australian accent too.
she was back at home. My girlfriend back at home, or the girl here, like there was a chick here that
But your girlfriend back at home has an Australian
she
accent.
has.
Very fucking cool. Here's the thing about an Australian accent is I think the Australian accent on a woman, hot as fuck.
Yeah,
The Australian accent on a man, ugh, you know?
I think you just had one bad experience with the bloke, and
No. Here's the thing: is I've met, and especially in Austin, 'cause
uh,
Austin is such an IT place. Is I've met so many girls with the Australian accent.
really,
It's always hot when a girl has an
Are
Australian
you a
accent.
bi?
Yeah, she's.
You could really flip a coin. I don't know. I don't really see it that way. I don't think.
So,
I-
what's your percentage?
I don't like women at all, but it would be very difficult not to scissor an Australian.
Sure, yeah.
Like-
That's how I.
Isla Fisher.
who's Isla Fisher?
She dates Sacha Baron Cohen. I think they're married now.
I love
yeah,
that. I love
do.
that.
They're a power couple. She's
A
Australian.
man
Oh,
that was and behaves like Vince Vaughn, then for sure.
I,
Like his.
I was.
That's my sexuality is Vince Vaughn.
I was.
Vince Vaughn and
I was on mushrooms whenever I saw Bruno for the first time. And I was like passed out. And then I woke up to him and like a little Asian with like a champagne bottle like up his asshole. And then he was picking up the tiny Asian and serving it into champagne flute. And I was like, am I this high? Or is this an actual like film? Like, did it?
It's a film.
It's a film.
It's a film, isn't it?
For my film,
Can I
I'll
tell you
have
something
you.
crazy? My
I'll
mom.
have you pour champagne out of your arse.
My mom loves.
Did
my
you
mom
pour
loves you.
champagne out of
That's
your
crazy.
arse?
My mom is an insane person.
do you
He
guys,
says I'm a really nice guy.
do you guys call that a butt chug as well in America?
What do you think is a butt chug? I'd love to know.
Where you put alcohol up your ass and you chug it?
What? My thing is Australia. I don't need to hear a goddamn thing from y'all because
Why
Australia.
is she going at you so hard right now?
What the fuck? Okay, my biggest thing was Australia.
So turned on.
Australia, you
tension
guys
is
are just like
palpable.
built on like just disgusting people. Australia is just built off prisoners.
You look like
Prisoners from
You said, I guess it'll be mean to the indigenous people. Like,
we're
even
not
though y'all are,
we're
like,
not made.
Australia's
True.
built on
Dude,
worthless
why are
prisoners.
there so many Nepalis and like
Sorry?
indigenous people?
Why are we mean to them?
Why are
Y'all
you?
have the most retarded accent.
No, I'm being retarded. I'm just being.
Okay.
The Australian
Actually,
accent
not
sounds
supposed to
like
say
if a
retard.
Southern person. The Australian accent sounds like if a Southern person and a Scottish person had a baby and then that baby had a stroke.
Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Yes.
Do babies have strokes?
I don't think so, but if they did, we'd probably sound like them. So
Scottish and American accent or like the Scottish accent in general is just like
It's not like we sound like
I have been wondering why my baby sounds Australian.
when
You've got to train your dragon.
when I hear a Scottish accent, I think I'm fat bastard. So I don't think we sound exactly like that.
Australian accent is
Baby back, baby
crazy.
back, baby back, baby back.
My personal opinion, this is nothing against you. I think
I wouldn't care either way.
oh, you wouldn't carry the way. That's good. That I think that you had one bad experience with an Australian.
And I've watched
we've
Love
heard
on the
this theory.
Spectrum.
Love on the Spectrum. Isn't that crazy that we got retarded guys
King-
start
And
dating?
Kath and Kim. That's my favorite.
Because you guys are
Kim
kind
is my
to your
favorite show of all time.
It's because you're kind to your people, and you also love whimsy and like quirkiness.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like a character trait.
I feel like the entirety of Australia will agree with me. Summer Heights High, best Australian show ever.
It's a fantastic TV.
Kath and Kim is my favorite show.
Kath
of all
and
time.
Kim is fucking
You
awesome.
gotta watch Summer
I
Heights.
Is she
Kim,
Korean?
I'm gonna go. We're gonna go to dance lessons, and but other than that, the Australian accent is.
So you've watched Kath and Kim and have been chill with the accent, listening and
Yeah, but then you fuck one guy with an Australian accent.
Who's Catherine Kim?
Catherine Kim, it's
Hi, Kim, mate.
Is she a TV personality?
Oh, it's like a early 2000s.
It's like
show in
our like
Australia.
It's like Friends.
No,
it's like our office.
It's like an older woman and her daughter.
So it's a sitcom.
It's like kind
our
of a
version of
sitcom,
The
yeah.
Office.
Okay, yes, thank you for. Is it Korean?
no.
Okay, it's just a girl named Kim.
No, but on Summer Heights High, there's a rich Australian private school.
Because I thought it was Korean. Because
Yeah,
you said
because
Kim.
of Kim, yeah.
Oh, Kim.
But it's like, why would they have a
They
show about
way better.
Koreans?
I
Why-
think,
Make
I
a
think,
show about
Why is
Australia.
this show about me?
I think Kim
Because
is like
my
daughter-
Hi, Kim.
For short for
Kim.
Kimberly.
Kimberly, I think it is.
No, it's Kim.
Kimberly.
Hi, Kimberly. Kimmy. Hi,
So,
Kimmy.
what's your favorite country?
My favorite country?
Yeah.
Ukraine.
Your favorite country is Ukraine?
What's yours?
Great question.
Quickly.
Quickly. Yeah, I'm not giving my quick
Hi,
answer.
quickly.
My favorite country to what extent though?
Hey, can you give me your impression of like a southern accent, like an American southern accent?
American Southern
I've
accent.
been making fun of your accent this whole
I
time.
can't do accents. That's the thing.
Hey, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
I'll make fun of your accent,
All right.
and then you make fun of
Accent.
All right. Well, pretend we're going to Gatlinburg. Okay.
Hey, we're here
You
too,
have
by
to
the
pay
way.
Hey, what's your name again? One more time. First name.
Lucky.
Lucky.
Yeah. Lachie is the way that Americans pronounce
Lucky
it.
was my Ukrainian grandma's name that she gave way too many Percocets to, and he died.
Yeah. Well,
Is that your government name? Is Lucky?
my government name is Lachlan, which is Gaelic for Matthew. But
Okay, so Matthew.
Matt, no,
That's you.
Matthew.
my name.
Gaelic.
We have Lachlan.
Happy
Lachlan.
Pride.
You know Lachlan
He
Patterson?
said Gaelic Happy
You know Lachlan
Pride.
Patterson?
What?
Lachlan Patterson. He's a comedian.
Gaelic, more like
Lachlan is
Patterson.
my
Like
name.
he
Yeah.
licks gays.
So I am familiar.
That
Gaelic.
is
More like
stupid.
But yeah,
Yeah. Whatever. Luck.
yeah. I can't do an accent.
Can't do a country accent.
Let's stop doing accents.
Okay, so I'm gonna pretend like we're getting engaged in Gatlinburg. Okay, you gotta pretend.
Why are you so fascinated with this guy?
Hey,
I thought you hated
hey,
Australians.
how about you just let us do our improv moment, and you.
You've been talking to him for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, you want to play the violin while the Titanic goes down? Anyway, all right.
It's because I'm Asian.
It's a bit racist.
There were no Asians in the Titanic.
Wait, is our violin?
Okay, why you-
They,
Violin.
the math would have been better. But anyway,
Well, what's the
Dude, that's fucked up. I don't think there were any Asians in the Titanic.
There wasn't in the movie.
Asia Minor.
first of all, there's no geometry in the Titanic, so
it was just all just ideas and words. So what's the general thought on the Titanic? Do you guys see the movie or
I did, and I'm so mad at her. She could have been rich. She has like a big blue diamond. All she had to do is just like, give a little
suck
pussy
it
out.
up, yeah.
I would have fucking like loved that. I'm like, yeah, like,
I would have gone over it. Yeah.
But didn't they make him unlikable? He had a very stern expression. He was heartless and cold. He was kind of calculated and
oh yeah.
Who, Leo?
I liked
No,
when
the other
he,
guy.
when he
Oh yeah.
when he grabbed a kid and he was like, I have a child. And he
I have a
was
child.
like- he like escaped.
I know when it comes to the Titanic when the main
Come here, poor
the
child.
Titanic the main people they wanted to save are like women and children
Oh yeah.
that are pretty much worthless survival instinct wise. Like for me, it's like, hey, you have to be the one to survive. I would be like looking. I probably look.
He was so faggy that they considered him a woman. They're like, oh,
They did
clearly.
And
Clearly,
honestly,
I'm-
Kate Winslet, baby, you're 140 pounds. That's not skinny, but there was enough
Like,
room.
you know, I used to think about killing myself, and I really admired her like in the outfit, like about
There-
to jump off the boat. I was like, damn.
Hey, there's one
like
thing
when
about
I kill
me.
myself, I'm gonna.
That's a
look good.
painful way to
Hey,
die.
as long as I'm skinny enough to withstand one door, but I could still be like, drown, bitch, to a man that took my virginity when I was chubby.
Dude, can you imagine?
Hey,
Like,
Fatty got away on a door while Leonardo DiCaprio was sang. Hey, goodbye, fat ass.
can you imagine being on with like a frenemy? It's like a girl that like you have to pretend that you like but you hate, and it's like, oh no, the boat is singing.
Hey,
Oh my
a
God,
pretty
it's
face and a
the
fat ass can take
It
you
was
anywhere you need to
iceberg,
be.
like whatever. People are trying to say that I pushed
Sorry.
her, but it was the
Maybe that's why
iceberg.
Leonardo DiCaprio won't date a girl that's older than 25. It's because there's something about a pretty face and a fat ass.
Maybe he's just judging them for their ability to stay on a door.
Do you think there was enough room on that door?
Dude, I was gonna say the door is like huge.
That
It was a movie. They can make the door
fat
as small as they
And
want
it was
to make
like an
it.
antique door.
Like a plank, like, but it was like a whole ass like
As-
queen size
Kate
like
Winslet said it's suit.
door.
They could
She was
do
like,
it.
sorry.
They could do a little
Sorry,
kickboard.
dying.
Just put your vitals above the door, and your legs can be in the water, both of you. And you guys can kick your way to freedom.
Yeah, literally. And she had a whistle and a fucking fat diamond. And she was just like, sorry.
Yeah, I feel so bad for Kate Winslet.
I'm so sorry to
At
die.
most
She
145
didn't
pounds.
know she had it because it was in the pocket
I
in the
doubt it.
jacket.
I don't. That's
No, there's a scene where she looks oh.
I think she had more diamonds. Like, how the fuck did she like go through?
I've used that trick
like,
before. Oh, I just didn't know.
Yeah, wait.
Hey, the poor guy got away.
So Quinn, what's going on
Poor
in
guy died
Ukraine?
and Fatty got away on a door.
Bakhmut? Are you from Bakhmut or Donbass or
Are you speaking English?
No, Ukraine.
Donbass?
Ukraine.
the cities? Donbass
No.
or the Crimea?
Probably like I don't know. Fuck. Like
Odessa?
are you like well versed on Ukraine? Is that
Ah,
desperate for
Ah.
pussy?
He's Asian. He's incredibly
yeah, I
smart.
love the Ukrainian accent. It's one of my faves. Please suck
It's-
my dick. I will make you suck my
You
dick.
sound like Russian.
That's-
That's not what I know.
I used to like tattoo a lot.
They're just the saddest sounding one. They're just like, please, running water. Yeah.
Please give us more javelin missiles. We must kill the Russians.
The Russians. We need more money for missiles. That's what that-
You
Give us
like
more
I think
drones.
Ukraine and Korea can have like this like certain like
I can say, what can I get for you in Russian? It sounds pretty scary.
you speak like 4 languages though.
Что я могу предложить? Yeah, I know. It's like, bless you. Do you need a tissue? No, yeah, I speak French, Spanish, Galician.
What's Galician?
It's from northwestern Spain. It's like a kin of Portugal.
Galicia?
Galicia.
Galicia?
Yeah.
Is that near Barcelona?
No, Barcelona is like southeastern, and Galicia is northwestern.
Where did you learn these languages?
My family's Basque, so they're
Wow.
from north.
Are they separatist?
Eastern. Yeah, you know what? They don't say it, but like they moved to Mexico, which is where I was born, and in Mexico, They never talked about politics or anything, but then we did a second move to the United States. In the United States, I have an American cousin that played football, and they would salute the American flag with a Mexican hand gesture, which is like a flat hand over your
Like
chest.
what you do when you do bullfighting.
Yeah. And I was like,
Huzzah! Hail America!
I always thought, I was like, you silly gooses. Like, that's not the American flag.
This is one move away from being a fucking.
I know, it's like you're loading up.
Yeah.
You're just fucking springing
I
up.
didn't realize until like way later when I actually like took like politics in Latin America in university. I was like, oh shit, they're being like cunty. And they're like, yes, this is how we salute your flag.
This is how we salute.
It's like,
Remember when we were kids and we go like this to say you're retarded?
yeah, that was the.
I don't-
And then Carlos Mencia came around, and then he like popularized it. Dee-dee-dee.
No, I don't.
I saw a comic like steal that from Carlos Mencia in San Antonio, and I was like,
Yeah, well, he just open
What
mics
the
in
fuck?
San Antonio.
I feel like if you're stealing from Carlos Mencia, that's
yeah,
karma.
Who is that?
Carlos Mencia is a Honduran comedian.
Is he funny?
His name is Ned. He's funny,
but
he's
steals
also
jokes. He
evil.
stole jokes from
Jokes.
Bobby Lee. He stole.
What is? That's not the
Joe
guy.
Rogan confronted him.
Okay, so that is the guy. Yeah, right. I've seen that video. Yeah.
The best video. I did that in San Antonio. Laugh Out Loud. There was a guy. I won't say his name because he's not that bad of a guy. But like he was doing Louis C.K.'s bits verse like word for word. He
Oh.
was like, yeah, and I was on a plane and there was babies on the plane and it's like it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was that whole bit, and I was like Louis C.K. I yelled it. I was like that's fucking Louis C.K. And then after he got off of the mic, he got banned from that like
Really?
venue.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, that was me. Because I was like, I heckled him, but I will only heckle you if I know you're stealing something.
So
I don't know if that's
That
just.
seems fair.
So that's a big thing in the comedy community. Obviously, is
We're not a comic.
no, I'm not a comic. I'm a comic.
He's a
fan.
21-year-old Australian that went Shane Gillis and was friends with him, and
Friends to a certain extent. I met him twice, but
He's a 21-year-old Australian.
I'm a big fan.
Canadian who had sex with Shane Gillis.
Yeah, I mean,
Suck it.
if I,
kissed him on the cheeks.
I'm a big fan, but when it comes down to I know that stealing is obviously not right when it comes down to doing material, but yeah, I don't know the ins and outs when it comes down to
Well, the reason it's so shitty is that you work on something for so long. Like, whether you're famous or not famous or whatever, it's worse when you're not famous and you like have a great bit and then like somebody takes it and uses it like on stage and you're like,
I
what?
mean,
That's
either
fucked.
way, you're not supposed to steal jokes.
Yeah,
Probably
like
shouldn't
killing
be
is
doing
fucking
that.
shitty. That's why I'm not bashful to be like, that's fucking so and so. Like it could have been an open micer. I would have been like, that is Quinn's joke. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Like standing up for people.
Someone did Riley Gilmore's joke on Kill Tony. Someone did
Nuh-uh.
Jordan Shelby's joke on Kill Tony.
Did Riley's joke on?
Yeah,
Damn.
I don't know which episode, but
have any of you guys gotten jokes stolen before where you've had to
I had a joke stolen before, but it was like it got called out pretty quick.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And how did that feel when you heard it?
Good, because I'm like, wow, y'all think that's funny.
Yeah, that's good.
it's a compliment.
That's a good
But it got called out quick.
that's a good attitude. behind
Did anybody ever stolen your jokes?
Yeah, someone posted it on Twitter and they got called out immediately.
Oh fuck yeah. Did
That's
I?
good.
This is my joke about birth control. No, I don't know what joke it was. Maybe it was about birth control and being pro-life. It's like you're microdosing abortions.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Is that still banned here in Texas?
Abortion?
Yeah.
Abortion is, yeah.
Yeah, it's still banned. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, why do you need to have an abortion unless you're having lots of sex, which is bad?
Mm.
In German. I'm like super pro-life. I think like you should be able to abort at like 48 months. Like is that kid annoying? Like
So you're pro-choice.
not actually. I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah, you said pro-life.
Did I say pro-life or I said
You
pro-choice?
said pro-life. You said pro-life, and then you
Oh,
you
shit.
stated to say 48 months. You just
Yeah.
That's very pro-death. That's not even pro-choice.
Yeah, I was trying to be silly
Yeah,
goose and then I
that's
fucked it up. Yeah.
I mean, when kids are 0 years old, they don't even name them in some cultures because they don't think they're fully human yet.
That's really good insight. I didn't know
That's
that.
kind of crazy. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's so inappropriate. That's a human life. It's born. You gotta take care of it. Not like the Spartans who would throw them off a cliff.
Can you smoke regular things in here or just weed?
Just weed.
So fucked up.
Would you wanna have a smoke break?
Maybe, yeah. Well, I smoke clove cigarettes because I'm alternative.
Shit.
I did get a little chilly. You're so cool.
I'm a clove girly.
You're so cool. I thought I was on the frozen banks of Bakhmut.
Yeah. Is it my stern glare?
The icy Kiev stare.
Yep. Yeah.
Gif.
My Kiev
Zelensky.
My Kievster.
Я продолжаю
My
просвещение и
Kievster.
продолжаю
You
продолжать.
know what's funny? That during World War II, the Russians just kept getting surrounded and taken prisoner, and they just kept losing and losing, like
Yeah, because
Kiev.
butt stuff is fun.
They just got fucked by the Nazis, but then they fucking
Yeah.
came back.
Because
Kinda
butt
crazy.
stuff is cool. Everyone loves butt stuff.
So do you think you have a lot of inherited trauma from World War
From
II?
butt stuff? No,
From the
because
Great
everyone has
Patriotic-
fun.
Great Patriotic War?
No.
I think that
No.
the Russians
I make
defeated the
in the
Nazis.
air fryer, and I'm sure my grandma is like, I fled for nothing.
Kolachi?
That's
Pierogies.
Polish.
Pierogies. Pierogies.
Kolachi.
I'm sure my grandma fled Ukraine in the dead of night, and it was
Like
like
a Jew.
gave up and was like, I'm gonna flee Ukraine in the dead of night. And my great granddaughter, she's gonna make pierogies in the dead of night and borscht and like all of this. She's gonna make pierogies in an air fryer and borscht and an Instapot.
Why are all immigrants so proud of their food? Who's like, man,
Have you
maybe
ever had pierogies?
maybe American food is good
Hans.
too, and I'm
Hans.
just used to this food.
Have you ever
they
had
have to shove their
pierogies in an air fryer?
they always have to shove their food down our throats.
What's
It's like we
American
like our food. Cheeseburgers and Thai food.
I thought cheeseburgers were
like Texas barbecue. Is that
Thai
like
food.
Yeah.
Dude, no. Pierogies in an air fryer, just fucking fried potatoes, and then borscht in a Instapot,
Is
which
that
is it's like
it's like a sausage?
like a beet soup, borscht.
Oh yeah.
You make borscht?
Russian. Yeah.
Borscht, and it's just like
It's
Ukrainian.
cold.
You can serve it warm too. It's just borscht, and it's like
Oh, shit.
it's beets, and then
What is Australian food? What's
So we have chicken. So there's chicken sisters.
wallaby.
Wallaby. No, we don't eat wallaby. So
I love wallabies. I'd fucking kill you in cold blood if you told me you ate a wallaby.
no, we've
We're at
never eaten.
Rocco's modern life.
We eat-
Jump up with wallabies.
I've eaten kangaroo, emu, and
Have you ever
crocodile.
punched a kangaroo dead in the fucking face?
I've never because you'd lose.
No, not if you're quick. So
No,
you're saying you're
true.
a pussy?
It's true.
Honestly,
I'd kill a kangaroo.
I've seen pictures of these buff kangaroos, and some of them can get it.
One on one with a kangaroo.
Hey,
Kangaroo wouldn't know what to do with my left
hey,
hook.
They
A kangaroo wouldn't know what to do with my left
the
hook.
thing about kangaroos is that if you punch them in the head
Yeah.
and you concuss them, their tails react to that, and they'll keep them. The tails will keep themselves balanced without making them collapse. So whether or
Well,
not
why do so many people in Australia have autism? Have you seen Love on the Spectrum?
I have, it's
it's from the kangaroo.
Yeah. Make eye contact with the kangaroo and see where it goes.
yeah, it doesn't go well.
But we were talking about food earlier.
Yeah,
Like,
so like our food, like we have the chicken titels, which is originally German, but then we add sauce and bacon to it, and it's a chicken palmy.
what? What's the sauce?
A chicken parmesan, so like a marinara sauce and bacon
Oh,
plus cheese.
it's chicken pam.
We have a chicken
Chicken parmesan.
parmigiana.
Yeah.
Damn,
That sounds good.
I flooded with I flooded and we made chicken parmesan hot. But what did you do? That's not a real art form.
It's not. We don't really have an.
Make eye contact. As an
Yeah.
Australian person, you can't. I've seen Love on this.
He's
For
thinking.
curiosity, Hans, what are your favorite? I want to know everybody's favorite comics. Like, what's your favorite?
Probably Mitch Hedberg,
Dude, I love Mitch Hedberg.
Mitchy H.
What's your favorite Mitch joke?
I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too. Who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite Mitch Hedberg joke is I don't have a girlfriend, but I do have a girl that gets
Girl.
pretty mad if she heard
That
me
would
say.
You heard me say that.
It's a good one.
Okay, do
Yeah,
you
what's
know
your-
who Mitch Hedberg is?
I don't know. Mitch Hedberg as well.
The fuck up. Hank.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I
Who's your favorite comedian?
my favorite comedian is probably Louis C.K. I have
Love.
Louis. I know it's a classic, but Louis when he
When he beats off in front of a girl without her knowing.
he asked.
I love that.
He
Beat off in front of me. I love Louis.
he was my
Fuck it.
It's called ladder climbing.
he was one of the first comedians. He was my first he was my first inappropriate comedian. So one of the first comedians my parents got me onto when I was a kid was Jim Gaffigan when I was a kid.
Fuck.
He's awesome, but then and Jerry Seinfeld, but I'm not big fans of them anymore. Louis is my favorite comedian. He was the first.
What was your last straw with Jerry Seinfeld?
My first last time I saw Jerry Seinfeld was I was probably like 14 in Australia.
Yeah, what was your last straw? Was it the 14-year-old when he was 33?
Really?
He wasn't.
Phil. What's
It was 16 or 17. And
Scott Fillmore has
no,
I already did
the
that.
best bit of like a woke Jerry Seinfeld episode where he's like, I don't know, like he's a woman but he has a penis. I don't know. And
But,
then
like-
Jerry, they have penises now. Like it was like George and Jerry, but like in like a woke
Yeah.
culture. And it was, like Scott Fillmore was like doing this for like Michael Fractor on Six, and it was the funniest fucking shit. He's like spot on. Like my impressions are like dog shit of them. He was so fucking funny. It was the best.
the trans.
Yeah, Kramer's not very
That's pretty solid.
What are we gonna do about these trans?
I don't know what pronouns are. Look, mine is so.
Has he done? I'm not entirely sure. Has he done stand up since that one little incident that he had?
Kramer? With
Yeah.
the N word?
Yeah,
No.
he hasn't.
I don't think
I think that's fair.
Takes a lot more balls to do comedy than that.
And then South Park came in with the. Have you seen the South Park episode?
That's not since is there a stuff like
Oh my god! So there's a South Park episode where Stan, the
Yeah,
dad on
yeah.
South Park, is on, I don't know, some game show.
Yeah.
And then
Oh yes, I have
it's
seen
like
this.
these are people that annoy you, and it's N space GG
ERS.
ERS, and then like he says the N word.
And then it's not.
I don't know if I should say this, and I'm like,
And then it's actually naggers.
I've seen
it's
it.
like people who naggers, but he says N word.
That's beautiful.
That's a great.
That's right,
episode.
okay.
South Park do everything right.
They're so funny.
They're hilarious. They're one of the last real comedy shows of the world. Like South Park's something I can like sit down and watch and.
I liked Book of Mormon.
Genuine. Which one?
Book of Mormon.
Yeah, dum 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 dum.
Hello, my name is Elder Sam, and I have
Stop. What the fuck is happening?
The Book-
singing Book
yeah,
of
the
Book of
Mormon.
Mormon?
I've never
I-
seen Big Mom.
It's such a beautiful song.
Okay,
Sorry.
fine, keep going. From start to finish.
And I am going to tell you about this beautiful.
I don't like it.
You're doing great. I think you did great.
You're doing okay, and I don't like
I
it.
enjoyed it.
I'm hitting the notes.
And you're not even the kind of Asian that uses like pitch as language. Like you're.
Oh, no,
Ding dong.
This is a lot.
What's your favorite race?
My favorite race.
That's a good question.
Indy 500.
I like when they go to Bristol, Tennessee, because I usually get it for free. That's my favorite race.
Bristol. It's so
Bristol,
loud. Have
I
you ever
usually go
been
to Bristol? That's my favorite race.
No, have you ever been to a American motor event?
I've never been to American. No,
It's so loud.
no.
It's unbelievably loud. It's like the earth
Do you
is
want to arm
shaking.
wrestle right now?
Arm wrestle.
Oh
Do
shit!
you want to go?
Do you think I'm just doing this for?
This is
Hey,
this is so hot.
arm wrestle me right now, bitch.
I'm not very strong, so.
Yeah, I can tell.
Hang on.
I've been drinking a Bud Light.
Dude, you made Hans spill his like
I'm sorry, hon. Oh,
White Claw
You made Hans spritz on himself.
from his thermal.
You made him.
He had a
spritz-
White Claw and a thermal. Like I thought it was soup, but it smells like black cherry.
have you seen those arm wrestle videos where people break their arms from like pushing too hard? And it's very common in Australia where people break their arms from arm wrestling.
Yeah, because
And-
you have to fucking do.
I have a little fantasy because I used to.
Hey, in Australia, we usually we usually break our arm in half
We have this one show
from
called
the eucalyptus.
we have this one show called the Footy Show back in Australia. It's cancelled now.
Footy.
It's done.
Hey, we're all so high off the eucalyptus that we just break each other's arm.
Yeah, and one time two ex NRL players were doing an arm wrestle, and
That's
one
why dirty talk sounds so not sexy.
what's that ligament in your arm where I think in
Your elbow.
not your elbow, your UCL I think.
ACL. No, it's
No,
That's-
ACL is
that's
the.
your knee.
It's the CL.
there.
It's the CL in your elbow, and anyway, you could if you watch the video, I can.
You
give
watch the
the
video.
Yes, no, I got a funny.
I'm really good at this.
You do a good accent. I'm not gonna lie.
I know.
You can see the full.
When you get chlamydia from a man with an
we
Australian accent,
get a
you
chlamydia.
pick it up pretty quick.
Who's your favorite
Koalas.
character on Summer Heights High?
Have you seen Rocco's Modern Life?
Rocco's. No, I haven't.
He's from
He's
New
a
Zealand.
wallaby.
Favorite character in some. I have not watched Summer Heights High
He's a wallaby.
Shmay.
Jamae is up there. But from
Jonah.
Jonah from Tonga is my favorite.
Jonah. And then there's Mr. G.
Mr. G is. Fuck, where is Mr. G? Do you know Mr. G?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you do.
Yeah.
know
It's on
Summer Heights
that
High,
Kim
dude.
show.
Well,
Fuck.
it's a great show.
have you
Yes.
ever arm
So
wrestled a
what's,
wallaby?
You arm wrestle a wallaby.
I like
Wrestled a wallaby.
You want to?
Yeah, we're for sure. We have to make eye contact, which that's one thing on Love in the Spectrum. they
One
don't
thing that
do.
Australians can't do apparently. So
Yeah, if they're a little dizzy with the tizzy.
It's the sun is so
Dizzy with
bright.
the tizzy.
all right,
Okay.
on your go.
Oh my god.
On your go. Yeah.
Okay, on 1, 2, 3, go.
There's a scene with Mr. G where
This-
he's getting his show ready and
Are you trying?
I'm trying
Oh,
hard.
that's good.
so he's getting it.
You're not good. You're
This
something
is-
thought.
Setting feminism back so far.
I gave up.
You know what? You're stronger than I
Did
thought you would
that.
be. That's nothing offensive at all.
That's what my uncle said too.
And you know what? She was assigned male at birth, so like.
What's your gender?
My gender. No, isn't that crazy that you have to ask that nowadays?
No, you don't have to ask them.
You know, isn't I signed up.
At birth.
I always ask people their.
I
gender.
was booking into a flight the other day.
Mine's that bitch.
That bitch. I was booking into a flight the other day, and there was only 2 options for gender, which was
Then
pretty
that
pretty crazy. There was only female and male for gender.
gender.
That's a,
What a time we live in.
I
The
know.
gender from down under.
I have a bit that I'm working on.
That's such a.
It's called an extreme Republican gender reveal party, and it's like at this kind of gender reveal party, they just like grab the baby and put it up, and they just pull the diaper down.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go. Let's have a look.
and it's just.
I'll take a look
And
at
it-
this baby's
just make it, like-
genitals.
Look at it.
Oh, I like the Hogwarts shit.
At
Like
least they don't put it in their mouth like the goyle.
No,
What?
Hasidic Jews. A rabbi
put
gave.
little weenies in them.
Talk about a gender reveal.
There's so
They suck
born
the
baby.
Yeah, they suck the blood after the circumcision. That's a real thing.
What the fuck is that?
That's
Hey.
it's a very
Royal.
extreme Jewish thing.
I'm that kind of.
Extreme Jewish things. Sucking babies' dicks.
If I
Only
was
Jewish.
bad enough for a man, if he's
Oh,
like
shit. All right. What's up?
Whoa
if he's
there.
crazy enough for a man,
Are you like regular Jewish or are you like one of those extreme?
let me blood off your circumcision, Scott. Like,
I mean, you know, Catholicism, we drink the
On the-
blood of our
You
God.
don't drink juice and wine. You don't suck baby's dick.
It's Jewish, so it's Jew blood, you
I
know.
want to suck his dick.
I mean,
Me too, dude. Jesus is hot.
if you're gonna suck anyone's dick, it'd have to be.
I'll
Jesus.
suck any man's dick with a man bun. That's one
Oh,
thing.
true. And Jesus did.
He definitely did
Jesus
have a
had a
man
man
bun.
bun.
He at least put it in a bun once.
He
At least once.
he had a ribbon.
He had loaves of bread, but he also
And a high pain tolerance.
He had buns of steel.
Hey, a man bun and a high pain tolerance. And he loved whores.
Yeah, he did. You know, like
I mean, ballads.
it's freak. I've never seen a fat Jesus, so like you know, have you ever seen Korean Jesus?
Yeah, from 21 Jump Street.
No. There's another Korean Jesus.
Finger popping each other's ass.
Well, it was before 21 Jump Street, and he's just this like jacked. He looks like John Cena on the cross. You gotta look up Korean Jesus. He's
I'm
like
gonna have a look at
fucking
Jesus.
like dude.
I've never seen
Well,
Korean Jesus.
Yeah, great.
We can all look up Korean Jesus. Jesus is whatever race you want him to be. Is there like a Ukrainian Jesus
You know, Jesus.
flying a drone?
As long as Jesus is over 6 foot, I'm gonna suck his dick. Like I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. He can
If
be
Jesus
chunky.
is 6'2",
But if he's below 6 foot, I'm converting to Islam. Like
yeah.
sorry.
He was alive in the 2000s. Muhammad probably wasn't 6 feet tall.
True, but
You're
Muhammad
only
is only a
dating-
prophet.
You're only believing in religions from people that are tall, so you're like a Scientologist or
Korean Jesus is Jack.
What
No,
college?
okay, show Han.
Georgia Institute of Technology.
Yeah, it's that one. Okay, look how
That's-
fucking
I'm a mechanical
So
engineer.
jacked.
look how sexy Korean Jesus is. Like
He's a break dancer.
I'm
He
not-
looks racially ambiguous.
I've
Like-
never seen a Korean guy that jacked before.
he's so jacked. He looks like John Cena.
He does.
Like
With long hair, long luscious
sleepy
hair.
John Cena.
He's got quads
He's
too.
thick. He's a
When did you
thickie.
go to Bucky's?
I went to Bucky's this morning. I went to Dallas last night or yesterday rather, and was driving on the way home. I went to Bucky's for the first time. Fucking
Do a country accent right now.
do a country
A
accent.
country accent.
How do you,
Wait, like from his country?
No, like from my country.
Well, 'cause there's like Bogan.
there is, but there's
Bad-
Do a
Bogan
country accent. And then you do
I'm gonna
Flemish.
say a sentence and then you're gonna repeat it.
All right,
okay?
Do a
that's
country
the
accent.
best way to do it.
Can I choose the country?
Hey,
Hey,
do you wanna go to Dollywood with me and my friends tomorrow?
do you want to go to Dollywood with me and my friends tomorrow? Is that
That's
You
pretty good.
You sound like an imposter.
an imposter?
You want to go to Nollywood with me and my friends tomorrow?
Hey, y'all,
You sound like Boomhouse.
Hey, y'all, you want to?
to burn some crosses and you know like it'd be like
I
Let him do it. Let him do it.
Hi, do you guys wanna go to the
Alright,
mountains tomorrow?
Do it.
Hey, y'all, you want to go on the mountains tomorrow? Is that?
That's pretty
That was
good.
making fun of
That is
you,
decent.
but
That's
Hey, y'all, you
decent.
want to go to the mountains tomorrow?
the Australian accent is like a made up accent.
It's
Every accent is made up.
That's I have a linguistic.
the Australian accent is a relaxed version of the British accent
It
because
is, yeah.
Very relaxed.
g'day.
The point of autism.
A southern accent is an extremely slowed down version of
So-
the English accent.
so-
You know that the way that Southerners speak now is closer to William Shakespeare's English than how British people speak
Yeah.
right now?
Really?
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
That makes sense. Like for example, the word g'day. G'day is a very popular Australian. Like, oh, g'day, mate. How are you? G'day came from good day, mate. Like
Good day,
from-
sir.
Good day, sir. That
May I have another?
and then the British convicts that came from England were like, oh, good day, and g'day, mate, and then
G'day, mate.
it slowly transitions into a different accent to
So
a
do you guys use any Aboriginal words, or did you guys just totally extinguish
Nope.
their culture?
Yeah,
we
like,
like
fuck that shit.
hey we like okay, if I'm being honest, we like them over there, but we do like them over there.
But it's like, what, they're just rubbing sticks together? They didn't even build huts?
Dude, I was
Do they have huts?
Australians are racist, but like in a funny way.
Yeah.
Like on that show Summer Heights High, like the theater professor like is like running a show and he's watching like the kids dance in high school, and he goes, "I thought black people were supposed to have rhythm," and that's like one of the funniest lines. I fucking like.
Australia, we love our like ancestors, like our I
Your
guess,
First
our
Nations.
First Nations. Like you guys have your Indians, your
Native American.
Native
Got our
American, that's the word.
reservation pigs.
So I don't know how I don't know how much you guys like them, but
We love them.
you love them.
They're all dead, so it's easy to love.
We they're pretty good at sport as well, so we let them play at the rugby league, and
Hell yeah.
they we do this thing called Maoris, which is the New Zealand
Yes, of course.
native New Zealanders versus the native
Kiwis.
Australia, the Kiwis.
Oh my god. Why do you make them fight each other like that?
Yeah, it's weird now.
right.
You with the
Who's gonna be our favorite?
Kiwis versus the
One of you
Aboriginal.
get a bone.
The Kiwis.
And they verse. It's like the Pro Bowl, and they just fight to the death.
It's gonna be the Kiwis.
The Pro Bowl. I don't know football that well.
It's like the NBA All Stars.
It's like the NBA. It's like the home run derby in
Pretty much.
whatever.
We used to not be woke. We used to do the whites versus the Aboriginals, and then we became woke and said,
What's your opinion on Love on the Spectrum?
I
If they made them fight the Kiwis.
think Love on the Spectrum is pretty fucking funny. It's a good
Yeah.
show.
It's a good concept.
People that can't make eye contact and can't make conversation.
You've not looked me in the eyes one
I
time.
have looked in the
There's
eyes once. I'm not saying that I don't have autism, but I can look you in the eyes to a certain extent.
Count it down.
I can't look.
Look at me in the face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fascinating podcasting.
Here's a
right now.
boner. I'm just kidding.
There's a guy on Love in the Spectrum that like he's kind of hot.
There's a few that I type.
You know what? Like I love dinosaurs too.
Me too.
Like,
I'd love to
I
hear
love
about.
Who
Jurassic
doesn't
Park.
love dinosaurs?
Like I guess there's some bitch. Dude, this guy has no luck. He literally went on a date with a girl who has Downs, and she
Oh, actually.
rejected him.
Oh.
The American version.
And I was like, no, the Australian version. And I was like, baby, like, let's watch Jurassic
Dinosaurs.
Park. Like,
I'm not that fascinated by the process of dating.
Y'all ever been to the Austin Botanical Garden?
wait, would you guys date? Like, because is it bad to date somebody with autism?
No, because autism.
Hey, I do open mics.
The spectrum,
It's called Tinder.
the spectrum is so large that you can't even tell in some cases.
Yeah, like, I would date like somebody with autism over somebody who like genuinely loves like Nickelback. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
I should have a show about that.
oh,
Because I'll never.
you know
get
what?
it.
You like dinosaurs, but he's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally.
Yeah, like dating with douchebags, like two people with awful music
You-
taste. They
I
it's a
believe.
good show. Autism or douchebag?
you get to choose.
I'd choose autism because douchebag.
Harmless.
For sure.
Douchebags are selfish.
There's a,
100%. And
I would need a pressure ones that like the hugs with a lot of like tightness and pressure.
they're usually the down
Not a non-touchy one. Like
It's okay to be a bit on the spectrum. It's
I'm
What are you
sure
trying to
think so.
convince?
Obviously.
it's
he's just in all this.
Hey guys, it's okay to be like.
Any girls in the specials?
Hi guys, it's pretty normal to be on the spectrum.
It's okay. You can suck our dicks. You're not gonna catch it.
Well, if you make eye contact and pop a boner,
There's nothing wrong with you. You just see you got a nice fat
Aye.
and some good teats.
if you look at a girl with baby blues and you pop a boner, it's pretty normal.
Unless she's in a Nickelback.
Aye,
she's
unless
fucked up,
Aye.
like, there's
Unless
something
she's got an
really
extra
wrong with her.
chromosome.
Are you guys into Nickelback? I don't even know who Nickelback is.
No, it's
You're lying. Hey,
If
you're
you-
lying.
The thing is about
I don't even know who Nickelback is.
I don't
You're
if
lying.
if you
What's
put
a
a song
Nickelback song?
if you put a Nickelback song on, I'll probably know what it is, but I don't know.
Remind me.
I know
of
that
life.
song.
You know what it is, but I'm not going to bend over for it, you know?
Bean Dave.
Why are you doing the accent? How does that help you
Because it's
describe
really good at-
Nicholas?
I'm good.
You're just mocking him to his face now.
I'm
Do
good at it.
Skater
I
Jason.
don't think you're that good.
Jason.
Kind of good at it.
That Australian accent?
Jason may say anything on
Favorite
Australian accent.
skateboarder.
Act like you don't know me.
Tight with Tony Hawk.
Oh really? Oh yes, I do know Jason.
Yeah.
Say something.
He's a funny. He's a funny cunt. He was on
gotta have
I
one
listened to a
conversation.
podcast before. He's very funny. He's the gay skateboarder, isn't he?
He's like he likes everything.
He likes everything. I mean,
And then like he like I guess got molested as a kid.
Who hasn't been?
Who hasn't?
Get in line.
He like Jason
Hey, cry me a river.
No, Jason Ellis was like he had a podcast for like years on Sirius Radio, and he's like really tight with like Tony Hawk, and then Tony Hawk whenever he was a kid met Jason Ellis, and he was like, dude, it was so strange being in Australia because I was just getting fame, and everyone's like, hey Tanny, let me sign your dick or like sign my dick. And he was like, what the fuck?
Hey, Tony, can you sign my cock?
Then they were talking about their deck, like their like skateboard. But
Have
they're like, Tanny, sign my dick.
you ever been to Hippie Hollow?
No.
You
what's hip?
That's where
I don't know what
people
the
are
fuck-
topless.
know Hippie Hollow is where you can get to be full balls out.
You get to be naked on the beach.
Balls out.
Never heard of it.
No, and it's in Austin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, my friend Noelle.
I love Hippie Hollow.
I grew up with a girl named Noelle Wells who ended up going on Saturday Night Live. She was a cast member. And then she did Master of None with Aziz Ansari. And then she made her own film called Mr. Roosevelt. It's like on Netflix. And I did like some.
Was she
stuff for
naked?
it. No, but she filmed.
Naked.
They went to Sleepy Hollow or
Hippie Hollow.
Hippie Hollow, and I remember in that movie they went to Hippie Hollow and they all got naked and there's like a scene where they're
I
like,
love
swimming
Hippie
around.
Hollow, dude. I love Hippie Hollow.
Why?
It's just nice because there's no needles or dogs or babies.
Because it's open to sexuality and people are free to express themselves. And
Sure, but it's like you pay
Bodies.
$8 and everyone leaves you the fuck alone and you can have your titties out. It's great. You go to Hippie Hollow, you pay $8 and there's no dogs there. There's no needles. You just go there. You can bring your own alcohol and then you can just be there naked and everyone leaves you the fuck alone. And people
so,
like,
do you ever socialize?
No, because
So you just go there to just
no, because
show your tits to people, but not to anybody?
because I go in there, I go to Hippie Hollow, and I pay my $8, and I go in there with my twisted teeth. I come out there, titties and clam out, and I mind my business. Someone comes up there, and they're like, "Hey, can you spray this on me?" And I go, "How about you rot in hell for
So
eternity?"
you like yelling at people. and
Yes.
Confronting
Pull
them.
the tits out.
They come out to me, they're like, "Hey, can you spray sunscreen on my
For
back?"
the boys.
And I'm like, "How about
Tits
you
out for the
rot
boys.
in hell for
Has it
eternity?"
actually happened?
Yes. They come up to me, they're like, "Hey, can you spray my back? I'm getting burnt." I'm like, "You should."
Have you ever talked to someone there that you liked and had a great conversation with?
No.
So why do you go to this place?
Because everyone leaves me alone and you can be mean to
Why don't you
grown
just
men.
go to
But-
Mars then?
But
Because
clearly,
you can't be at bars with my titties out.
people aren't letting
And my
you.
my titties and my clam.
But people clearly aren't
Not in
leaving
this
you
economy.
alone.
What?
Are people leaving you alone in this place?
They leave you alone if you set them straight.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's every place though.
She
your
fashioned
titties and clam out?
like devil horns out of her bush.
They come out here. They come out. They, "Hey, can you spray on my lower back?" I'm like, "I'll call your wife, you fuggo."
I like
Go away.
nude. I think there's a freedom to it. I think it's expression. I think it's a communal
Bro.
thing. Did you get to connect with other humans?
And you don't have to step on a needle.
to wear deodorant.
I don't.
Oh, dude, I'm so jealous of that.
You-
Koreans like.
And
have,
when you're
like, the
naked,
genetic
it's
mutation.
like
Never worn deodorant before. Is
I
that-
have.
You have, but
Yeah, when I was a teenager.
Koreans have a genetic mutation where they don't have to wear.
Yeah, we're
You're like
evolved.
an X-Men.
We're
More like
evolved.
X
We're
body odor.
They're the
We're-
opposite of Indians.
we're evolved to live in tight space. I guess Indians should be too, but I guess they just ignore it.
no, they're very smelly. We
Yeah.
have a lot of them in Australia. They smell.
Yeah.
I think it helps us not catch diseases or something.
What diseases?
Coronavirus
Yeah, they're one of them.
didn't help actually. Made it worse. We're like, I can't smell the corona on him. Makes no sense. But yeah, I think nudity is cool because so much of the time we're covering up our bodies, and to just be like, okay, fuck it, we're not gonna do this. It's fun to like break the rules.
It is. I think people should be able to do it, and it like if there's a certain place where people can do it and it's legal, it's fine. And go ahead. I think it should be fun. You shouldn't even have money for it. if it's a beach, we have a lot of new beaches in Australia.
There's some money.
No,
Be
you
naked
bitches.
now.
I think you should pay money.
Were your family okay? So like my family didn't give a fuck about like nudity or anything. So like I remember
But
like
you're from Spain.
yeah, they're like
When I went to
Spanish.
Spain, I was titties out in Spain.
I was gonna say like we would be in the bath like as little kids and like our aunts and stuff would come in like take a piss and just like full bush out just like and like it was like no big deal and it wasn't until
But you
like-
remembered it.
yeah I remembered it but it wasn't like more morbid like and then in the United States it was like oh my god genitals.
I went to Spain with my like ex boyfriend, and it was like one of those things. Just like everyone was titties out, and I was
Why'd you
like,
have to think about the boyfriend? Was it a
he's
girlfriend?
engaged,
Is he
but like,
trans now?
I know he's engaged now, but like, it was one of those things like everybody titties out, and like I love being titties out if I can, like, cause who gives a shit? So that's I love Hippie Hollow because it's like who gives a fuck.
Well, we have like these like conversations now, like in like an American environment. Like me and my sister's my sister's like, isn't it cool that like mom has like pink nipples? Like she's so white. I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's like it's so weird because it's like if this was like Americans talking about it, it'd be like, you want to fuck mom or what? Like, I
Here's
know
the,
it's
like
Yeah,
things
it's a
you
binary.
notice.
It's either you're super sexual or you're not sexual at all. In Spanish culture, it's like, oh, our mom's nipple is sort of like a gray area in
yeah, like
between.
nothing. Like we don't want to fuck our mom, but it's like yeah, her nipples are pink. Like that's weird.
It is
Weird to
an
not talk
observation.
about it and stuff it down into your head.
It's just an observation. Yeah.
It's an observation. And then I one of my uncles had a really big dick, and I remember like being like a little kid, and he would just like changes like fucking like underwear and shit in front of
He
us.
was just bragging.
You
I kind of
That guy's actually a pervert.
dude. He would like traffic people and shit. I was like,
traffic them. What?
yeah, he was like
With his dick.
no, like they lived in Mexico. He's a married an uncle. He's like Mexican. And I remember whenever like I toured doing like improv when I was 18 and when I came back to Victoria, Texas, my hometown. I remember like they brought in these like little girls one night. And I remember my aunt, she's like really pretty, tiny, little white Spanish lady. And she was talking about how she like cut like a bunch of money in half and gave it to like coyotes. And then, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, and it was like, it was dawning on me. I was like, oh, damn, they like crossed these girls over and then they shorted the fucking traffickers. So he did like some crazy shit. And I was like, why the fuck is my aunt with him? Because he had like an engineering degree and shit. Like he built houses and stuff. But then he did all this like sketchy shit on the side. I was like, what the fuck? And then like, it dawned on me later on. I was like, she's only stayed with him through like some rough shit. Cause he has that big old dick.
Damn, yeah, that's enough for it. Yeah.
You gotta
That
use
big
it.
dick.
You can't have a big dick and live a small dick lifestyle.
No, you can't.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta
You
be-
gotta earn it.
Fucking over the cartel and
use it.
shorting
Yeah.
traffickers and
In my mind, I like to think it's heartwarming, like he was reuniting like family. That's how I say it.
He had something going for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think seeing other people's naked body is sometimes like a positive experience, but sometimes it's like, holy shit. I
Yeah.
think you're like, I think something's
gotta go
wrong
to
with you.
jail. Yeah.
You guys know Sally Contreras, right?
Yeah.
Fucking props to that bitch. She's like one of my best friends, and like she's 400 pounds and does the naked roast
least, yeah.
battles in like Vegas for Skankfest.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn, like I want your confidence. Like she's so fucking.
Yeah,
It is
I'm afraid of showing off 177 pounds.
Yeah, I'm afraid of
She's
trying
showing off
anything
double that.
Yeah.
She's doubly.
doubly double,
Dude, that
Yeah,
bitch is
she's doubly
great.
brave.
She's so funny.
nearly a triple,
I'm
maybe
half the man that she is, and she's gives that man.
for sure. That's some confidence. I definitely couldn't do that.
I like her blackout sets. Sometimes she gets like blackout drunk. And one time I saw her perform for 4 people at Shakespeare's, and she was blackout drunk. She needed help on the stage, and she goes, "Okay, so I watch a lot of nature documentaries.
Don't do her
and
bits.
I love whales, and
Don't do her punchline.
Oh, she didn't even remember it. Should I not do it?
Probably.
You don't remember the punchline?
No, I do.
Then you probably shouldn't do the punchline.
Okay, so she goes, so killer whales have 3-foot penises, and the trainers were jacking them off like this, and she's like using her fingers. And she goes,
Okay, this is revealing too much of her bit.
okay, so don't do the bit. Because it's like the full bit, but it's like
Yeah,
funny.
let's not do her bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, if she's still using the bit, like,
I just like, because it's like not me like doing the bit. I just
Yeah,
like,
it's-
I'm like crediting her. Like, that's her bit. But it's so
what's
funny.
her name? What's her name?
Celia Contreras. She's
Celia.
Celia.
Yeah.
I won't remember the name, but nice.
If I'm saying it like in like how I would say, I would say Celia. If we were saying it like in a Latin American accent, it'd be Celia, and then like everyone here calls her Celia. But dude, she's like Roseanne was on one of her episodes
Oh,
on
yeah.
Kill Tony, and it was so emotional because
I do know who she is. Yes.
I was already friends with her, and like I told her, I was like, bitch, I thought you were like somebody's like retarded sister because I saw you splayed out in the alley just like looking down, and then
Yo, tonight we watched someone get like decked. So we were like leaving work because I work at a comedy club surrounding Mothership. But we watched a dude get decked, and he like hit the ground, and the cops had to come, and it was so crazy because like the cops can't like they have to like say things like where it doesn't look like it's a big deal. And I was like, my fucking white trash ass was like, is he breathing? Is he alive?
Someone call the ambulance.
Called an EMT, and the cops like, you need to walk away. And I was like, I work here on 6th Street, and like they're like,
I thought it was a free country.
America.
I thought this is America.
It's crazy because where I grew up, like smoking in the mountains, but we would go up to the mountains and we'd all smoke in a group, in a national park, and there's only one gas station before you got there, and it's the only place you got like rolls, like roll ups, and like backwoods or whatever you needed. And we went up there, and there's this like one dude, and his name was Pudge. And we would go to Pudge and be like, "Hey Pudge, we need backwoods, and we want peach flavor, like whatever." And he would give them to us, and would always give us an extra pack of them. He'd give us an extra pack, and he would be like, "Hey, smoke one out for Pudge," and we'd be like, "You got it, baby. Anything you ask." So we'd go to the mountains, and we would, of course, smoke an extra blunt for him. And that was like, I don't know, like 6 years ago. And my mom calls me about a week ago. His name's William, government name. I'm not going to give his full government name, William. But my mom was like, yeah, he just went to federal prison. And I was like, why? And he's like, he shot and killed somebody on his property.
Oh shit.
But I never realized how fucking white trash I am, because in my head I was like, yeah, he shot and killed someone on his property.
Yeah,
in the mountains.
he was on his
If
property.
he had a do not trespass sign and he shot him, that's on them. But my mom was like, it's in broad daylight with no probable cause. And I was like,
Don't step on my lawn.
I thought we were in America.
Yeah.
Free my man Pudge.
So you just
Free Pudge.
You think you can just step on my lawn?
Hey, if I bought a do not trespass sign from fucking
Yeah.
Lowe's, read that shit. You know?
It could be like beware of goldfish. Get the fuck off of my.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm
Do
gonna
not
shoot you
step
with a
on my
95.
grass. I swear to God.
But I couldn't believe it.
So, you guys want to plug something real quick?
Is it Juanita stand-up comedy on Instagram? That's really like
I work at
comedy.
I work at Sunset Strip Comedy Club.
Go support the Sunset Strip, Brian Redband's club. Are you the person that cleans the high ceilings, or
I sit on my tippy toes and I clean them all in the bathroom.
she has an extension on her.
Whatever Red Ben asks, I'll do it.
in the ladder?
When I first saw the Sunset Strip,
Whenever I
comedy-
bust into, I don't.
You know, that's
What
the best song. I knew about the tall ceiling claim and
High ceilings.
the high ceilings. They are pretty fucking high.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great
There-
club.
It's a great club.
the
I've
best
been there
club.
before,
in
the
Austin.
the bartender's there. What was his name? The guy that
Dylan.
Dylan, I think that's his name.
Dylan or Jack.
Dylan or Jack, one of the guys, really nice guy. Anyway, the Sunset Strip.
That's
Comedy
probably
Club.
Dylan. Jack's an asshole. No, I'm just kidding.
Jack is an
Jack-
angel.
Jack
And
is
Devin
beautiful.
will kill
Devin's
you in
his
sleep.
girl. That's why I said it, because it's obviously not true. He's obviously the nicest guy ever, which is why I could joke about it. But yeah, do you have anything to plug? You want to plug the Super Bowl? Check out
Mate,
the Super Bowl, February
Super
11th.
Bowl 58. It's my Instagram. Who gives a fuck? But it's Lachie.Williams. If you can spell that shit. Lachie. It's I don't really care if you follow me or not. I'm not trying to popularize anything, but yeah. Thank you for having me on, Hans. This has been.
I would like to
pretty cool.
popularize the idea of fascism. I think maybe
Where are you trying to go?
that could maybe be a good idea if we give it enough.
If you give me enough time to train, I can do a mile pretty quick. Fascism. You want to
Fascism.
the railway stations?
I only believe in cashism.
Fascism.
Cream. All right. Should we end it?
I don't give a fuck what you do.
I'll keep
Okay,
going.
it's 3 a.m. We gotta.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Is it
Okay.
live?
3:00 now.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's on YouTube.
What the fuck?
That was fun.
All right.